What's up, guys? Terra Classic is still pumping. We're going to check out how high the price could go here in the next few days, and we're also going to look at when exactly the 1.2% burn is going to be implemented, as well as what the price is likely to do leading up to that event and after the 1.2% burn is implemented. So let's check it out. We have Terra Classic here, and look at this. It just keeps pumping pretty much straight up every single day. We just go higher and higher. Only one red candle through the past 9 days, and this looks very nice right now. So we're just breaking through this resistance right here, which means we could possibly see this pump continue even higher. We're already almost 100% pump here, and it's looking really bullish. We just made a new high, a higher high, and we're breaking through resistance. The next resistance isn't until up at like 20, so we could see this pump go quite a bit higher, and the volume also is looking beautiful. Volume's up 59% again. Keep it even higher than yesterday. Yesterday was high volume, so we're seeing 348 million in volume today. Beautiful stuff. And yeah, price keeps going up, so this is great. Now that we're up here, we'll see if this previous resistance can now act as support for us, which is great. Maybe we can stay up here and hopefully head up to 20. And Bitcoin still holding steady. If Bitcoin breaks below our support at 19,000, then it'll probably see a big dump, which will dump the whole market and could even bring down Terra Classic. But so far so good. We're holding above our support. So just keep an eye on 19,000. That's the level to watch. And so far so good. But yeah, Terra Classic just doing amazing. Keeps going up every day, and we just broke through resistance. So it's looking great. And if we look at the staking now, staking just keeps going up every day. So now 6.55% of tokens have been staked. That's 452 billion Terra Classic tokens now staked. So if we look at the supply here, it should be saying 6.1 trillion instead of 6.5 trillion circulating supply, but CoinMarketCap's not updated the circulating supply yet. So, but yeah, once it is, it'll be 6.1 trillion. So, so yeah, to make this clear, when you stake tokens, they are removed from the circulating supply while they're staked, and then once they're unstaked, they're reintroduced back into the circulating supply. So staking doesn't remove them permanently from the supply, just temporarily while they're staked. So when tokens get staked, it constrains the supply. It removes tokens from the circulating supply, which can help the price pump during that time. Of course, later on, if the tokens become unstaked, then the supply will start being flooded with more tokens, and that would have the opposite effect. It would make the price more likely to go down. But in the short term here, while we're seeing more and more tokens getting staked every day, it keeps reducing the circulating supply, which is helping the price to continue pumping, and that could be why we're seeing the price just keep going up every single day, because supply keeps going down, and I'm sure we're seeing more and more buying as well. Of course, we have the 1.2% burn coming up, and that's probably also a huge reason why people are buying. I think that's what people are most excited for, even though this staking has been amazing for the price here. But yeah, market cap's up to $1 billion now, which is pretty big. And yeah, staking, more and more people are staking. We have the 1.2% burn coming up. So when's it happening? The 1.2% burn is going to be implemented on September 12th, but it's going to be at 0%. And then there's immediately going to be a parameter change to change that percentage to most likely 1.2%. But of course, This allows us to easily change the percentage of the burn in the future if we want to, because at any time, once it's implemented, we could just propose another parameter change. Say we want to change it to like 3%. We just do a parameter change, 3%. And then once that parameter change passes, boom, it's automatically changed to 3% because parameter changes are automatic. They just immediately take effect. Nobody has to manually change anything. So that's what's nice about that. But yeah, it'll be implemented at 0% on September 12th. Then there'll immediately be a parameter change proposal. And proposals, I believe, take about 7 days to go through. So that means around September 19th is when it would actually be, the 1.2% burn would actually be implemented. And that would be on chain. So then there might be another, possibly immediately exchanges could do it too, but might be another day or two for exchanges to also implement it. Maybe even longer, depends. It's all up to them. So yeah, it could be even the 20th or 21st for like Binance and KuCoin and other exchanges to implement it. But we should see at least it implemented on chain by September 19th. So that's the big day. A lot of people are saying September 12th, but that's just 0%. So that doesn't really matter. It's not going to do anything. So yeah, September 19th should be when we see it actually implemented. And once the 1.2% burn is implemented and implemented on exchanges, then a $1 Terra Classic will be possible. That's what everybody wants. And with this volume going up, that's going to be beautiful for the burn if we can maintain high volume once the burn is actually implemented. And I think once it is implemented, we're going to see some really high volume, maybe even over 1 billion in volume in 24 hours. Right now we're at 346 million 24-hour volume, but I think there's going to be a big FOMO event around the 1.2% burn because that's what everybody's been talking about and looking forward to for months and months, and it's finally going to happen. So we could see some crazy stuff happening, tons of people buying in around that time. And yeah, the 1.2% burn will make $1 possible. Now, how long will it take? If we have higher volume, it's gonna be faster. And so if we look here, if you have 100 million in volume per day, then you would burn 5.2 trillion tokens in a year. So almost the total supply. Now it would take a little longer than it's showing because of course once you know, so this is assuming the price doesn't go up, but as you burn tokens, the price is going to go up, which means you're going to be burning less tokens per transaction because they're more expensive to buy back and burn. So even though it's showing 5.2 trillion per year, it's actually going to take, a bit longer. So it might take a couple of years at 100 million in volume per day. And yeah, at 500 million in volume, then you could burn about 2 trillion per month. Of course, it would take a bit longer than it's showing. So what are we? We have 300 million per 24 hours. So potentially we could burn all the tokens up in maybe a year but you would have to maintain volume, that high volume throughout the entire year. So more likely it would take a few years, but possibly if the volume stayed high or even got up into the billions, then possibly you could burn up the whole supply in about a year. But yeah, most likely it's going to take quite a bit longer, at least a few years to get to $1. But even if it takes a few years, I don't think we're going to mind that because all you need to hold is about $156 of Terra Classic right now. And if it gets to $1, then you're a millionaire. So even if that takes a few years, still going to be amazing. And even if we just get to 1 cent within the next year, that's still going to be a huge gain. That's like almost 100x from where we are right now. and 1 cent is going to be way easier to get to than $1. Now, what's the price going to be doing leading up to the 1.2% burn? Well, I think we could, so far we've just been pumping, and it's about a little less than 3 weeks till the 1.2% burn gets implemented September 19th. So potentially we could just keep pumping all the way up until that date. Of course, good chance we could have a few little dips like here, like we had here during the next 3 weeks, but decent chance the price could steadily increase for the next 3 weeks leading up to that event. Usually how it works in crypto is leading up to an event, the price will pump all the way up till the event, and then when the event happens, a lot of times there's a dump in the price. So that is one possibility. It could pump till September 19th, and then on September 19th we could see the price do a big dump, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because the cheaper the price, the more tokens we can burn per transaction. So you can look at it however you want, but yeah, that is one scenario that I think could be pretty likely. It could pump till the 1.2% burn is implemented, then we could see a dump temporarily, and then as we start seeing tons and tons of tokens being burned, if there is in fact hundreds of billions of tokens being burned per week, then you could possibly see the price start pumping like crazy again. So maybe we'll have two different massive pumps here, one before and then one a little after it gets implemented, but we'll see what happens. Potentially it could just pump up until it gets implemented, and if things are immediately burning like crazy, the pump could just get even crazier. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But so far the staking has really been boosting the price up here. Is how it appears anyways. So yeah, big things coming up. The burn will be implemented September 19th with the actual 1.2% burn attached. So let me know your price predictions and how fast you think we're going to get there. When do you think we're going to hit $1, a cent, etc.? And yeah, like and subscribe. If you found value in this video, share this video so the whole world can find out about Terra Classic. And thank you so much for watching till the very end. You guys are the real ones, and I'll see y'all later.